Already in veterinary school, I knew that my direction will have to go a little bit wider than just Western medicine, and after I graduated, I was starting to look for options, and then I got fortunate and arrived to the AHVMA conference 2 years ago, and I met this wonderful community of holistic veterinarians.
My first summer out of vet school, I went out to Vail to mountain bike for the summer, and Vail's at 8,000 feet. So the group of people that I went out there with seemed to be adjusting to the elevation fine when we were biking, but whenever I reached about 10,000 feet, I couldn't adjust, and someone suggested that I see an acupuncturist. So I did a series of acupuncture treatments, some herbal therapies, and while I adjusted to the elevation, I also had many ailments that disappeared as a side effect.
I went to undergrad at EKU, and I had a doctor there. I was going through this program while I was a technician there, and he just really involved me in it. He let me be his tech, he let me hold all the animals and explained it all to me, and we saw some really cool cases, and I was just like, that's what I want to do.
I guess I had a case about 3 years ago. It was a dog named Toby. He came in with skin allergies and severe itching. The catch was that he had advanced liver disease as well, so it precluded the use of a lot of the medications we'd normally use to treat that condition. So I looked into it and found a holistic practitioner a few hours away, and I referred the client in there, and the next time I saw the dog, the owner was extremely happy and the dog was much improved. So I was thinking there must be something to this type of medicine.
I'd always been interested in alternative methods of healing, whether it was Eastern medicine, Ayurveda, even shamanistic traditions, but a lot of those traditions are not open to people who are not already part of that culture, and TCVM is, and in fact welcomes everybody. Plus I had seen it work. I knew it worked, and it was something that I wanted to be able to do for my patients and for my clients.
I wanted to do a program that actually was really holistic and looked at all of traditional Chinese medicine, not simply focusing on points or cookbook as it's called. I wanted to do something that really looks at the entire breadth of traditional Chinese medicine. So that's why I chose Qi.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, when there's an ancient practice, I feel it's important to learn that. And some of the other schools don't really teach that. And I felt that I wanted to learn the Chinese medicine if I was going to do acupuncture.
Honestly, now knowing Qi, I really wish I had come to Qi first. But starting in 2011, I started taking the more advanced classes through Qi, and everything that Qi does was just so wonderful, and everything was cohesive, and it all led to further knowledge and further desire for more knowledge in different parts of it. And so over time, I decided to come back and take the basic acupuncture class through Qi.
First off, it was traditional Chinese medicine, so I thought, who better to learn from than a world-renowned instructor from China? Secondly, I also noticed online that there was a lot of different or advanced courses if you wish to pursue beyond acupuncture, that there were options to consider those.
Well, I did a lot of research because I looked at this for a long time, and the Qi Institute incorporates the fundamental principles, so I feel like it's a more comprehensive program, and they also incorporate herbal therapy along with food therapy, and I feel like that gives us a broader sense of the TCVM in our practice.
I knew that Qi presented the most traditional approach to TCVM, where you really got the T and C part of the VM. And I know that we have evidence for some aspects of acupuncture and then not for others, but the fact that it works was, in a sense, enough evidence for me.
It's fantastic. It is really comprehensive. They walk you through it. It's not a basic course. It's very intensive, and the instructors and Dr. Shea and all of the teaching staff are just phenomenal.
The way Dr. Shea has the classes set up, it's very stepwise, it's very comprehensive, it gives you enough repetition so that you can really get your mind around the differences.
I love it. I think that it's really user-friendly in a lot of ways. I like that you have the online courses where you can do a lot of the stuff on your own time, and then coming down here is kind of like a fun vacation. You get like all of it at once, and everything kind of clicks together, and you meet all these people from all over the place that are doing, doing the same thing and having the same struggles, and I think it's a really good mix between the two.
You can tell Dr. Shea is very hands-on, and it's a cohesive plan. Every one of his classes are. It's done with the whole unit in mind, and so everything reinforces everything else, and it makes it much more easily understood. So I would highly recommend this course over anybody else's.
Dr. Shea has a gift of making an extremely complicated medicine. He can break it down into a very simple manner that we can learn. So that's why I chose the Chi Institute.
It's very practical too, that people walk you through things from the very beginning to the very end, and I feel very confident now that I know what I'm doing.
I felt like we had enough to support the discipline in of itself, and then taking it on faith because it does work. So that part didn't bother me. I know that some of the programs focus more on that and a little bit less on the traditional aspects, but I felt if I was going to learn this, I should learn it the traditional way, and I knew that this program would do that.
I feel like Chi is the most thorough education I could have gotten, aside from the fact that everybody here is the most warm, friendly, encouraging community of veterinarians. The staff at Chi is incredible. It's like coming to veterinary Disneyland every time I come down here. It's just a wonderful place to be. It's a really, really special community.